In each of our Toastmaster meetings, there's an assigned theme. But I noticed that last week, another theme developed throughout the meeting. And I'll summarize it with this statement. Wherever you are, with whomever you are, be present. Recently, I had an opportunity to practice that and experience it in multiple ways. My youngest sister lives with my dad. She is his main caregiver. I also have twin sisters, both of which are RNs, and they help out at different times throughout the year. But there was going to be a 10-day stretch in May where none of them would be able to participate, so they asked for help. Well, I felt totally unqualified, but I said I'd be willing to step in. My dad is exactly 32 years and 10 days older than me, which means during my visit down there, he would be turning 99. He is able to feed himself. He is able to walk a little haltingly with a walker. But pretty much everything else has to be done for him, whether it's changing him, preparing his food, preparing his medications, changing his bed, or even turning on the TV. Everything is done for him. When he was growing up and as he became an adult and had decaying teeth, the normal thing that they did in those times was take out your teeth and give you dentures. As he stopped using dentures, pretty much all food he eats has to go through the food processor. Most of you who know me know that I'm color challenged, which that combined with being a perfectionist or tending to be that way, especially when I'm trying to do something and doing my best, but it's just not good enough, that caused some problems while I was down there. As it appeared to me that during the time I was there, he developed a diaper rash, even though I was trying to do my best. And that was confirmed when cleaning him, he would say, "Ow! Dad, I'm just trying to clean you." It seems to me that there's other pain that he has that he doesn't communicate about. I'll give you an example of that. When I take him and walk him from one room to the other, several times he'd get partway and just stop. "Can't you go any further?" "Nope." So I'd need to get the hoist, pick him up with that, and take him to where he needed to go. After my time was up, when one of my sisters came to take my place, I told her about the diaper rash, and I told her about what appeared to be a problem with his knee being unstable. She tried Salonpas on him that night, and the next day he walked much better. So I think there is some pain going on there, but he just doesn't want to be a bother. Most of us have run into an elderly person who is cranky, rude, or even mean. But my dad couldn't be any further from that. Every time that you give him some food or give him a drink, he says, "Thank you." Now, one of the things that elderly people tend to do is they repeat themselves, and oftentimes yelling and doing different things. He's actually picked up this habit where he'll say, "Help! Help!" I found out that he does it at the most inopportune times, like when my sister's with him at the doctor's office in the waiting room. "Help!" And you can imagine, if you're the caregiver, what other people are thinking. Are they treating him right and trying to escape? Being the new kid on the block, when I heard him doing this, I went in there and said, "Dad, do you need something?" "Nope." "You said help." "Not me." "Dad, who are you going to blame on? There's nobody else here." Another time I asked him, I said, "Dad, so why is it you say help?" "I couldn't think of anything else to say." One time I said to him, "Dad, how about this? Instead of saying help, say, 'It's a great day.'" "I don't know if it'd be true." One day I asked him, "Would you rather me change your diaper with you standing up or laying down?" "I don't know why we need to do either." You're not dirty?" "Nope." I found out later it wasn't true. On his birthday, after he had woken up, I went up to him and I said, "Dad, today's your birthday. You're 99 years old." He looked at me, cocked his head, and quizzically said, "Are you sure?" Ice cream has been a part of our lives as a family, and especially him. I remember he'd be going to teach a class, kiss my mom goodbye, and he'd have 2 fudgesicles he'd be eating as he left. And for years, ate a bowl of ice cream at the end of each day. He hasn't had much recently, so I wanted to include that while I was down there with him. So I asked him, "Dad, would you like vanilla or would you like chocolate?" "Both." Which, that's just totally him. He has no long-term memory. He has no short-term memory. So he truly is present just in the present. After, when we were talking about the ice cream, I said, "Dad, you're really responsible for me liking ice cream so much." "It didn't take much." Then I said to him, this was my favorite. I said, "How does it taste?" His response, "Wonderful." He really enjoyed it. Now, he won't initiate a conversation. So one evening, I was going through talking about experiences that we've had together. I recalled a time when we're driving, and we'd been driving too many hours. We were both starving. We stopped in Pendleton, Oregon, and I swear to this day that hamburger had to be this big. Another time, we were driving south on I-5. We had just stopped at A&W Root Beer, had our root beers there, hamburgers, and a semi-truck comes through the divider straight at us. He swerved to get out of the way, but of course, root beer went everywhere. There was another time when he and I were working together. We worked on gate operators. And we were working in Southern California. This job, actually, the gates were down below, but the mechanism was up in the attic. Hot, summer, Southern California day, sweating like crazy. We're working on the mechanisms up there, and he got caught in the 115-volt line. And I'm a kid. What do I do? Fortunately, finally he got out of it. We drove to a park, and we ate lunch there, relaxed, and took it easy. So why am I sharing all of this? First, it was a very meaningful time to me. And second, I'm hoping that maybe it'll encourage you to think about someone in your life who you can be present with, and that will be very meaningful to them. Mr. Toastmaster.